The purpose of this video is to introduce you to the Diamondback Eliminator plug. This is a cast iron bridge plug that is named Eliminator because it eliminates the setting tool, the use of a setting tool. The design is actually engineered with the setting tool in the bottom of this plug. And for this demonstration purpose, we have the Eliminator plug here itself. It's a 4.5 Eliminator plug. We have a Go style firing head that is specifically designed for a 4.5 plug. Each firing head for our Eliminator plugs are designed for each specific plug. We have the power charge that will go into the 4.5 plug. Again, each power charge is specifically designed for each specific plug to generate the optimum shear value for each plug. We also have a standard 3 1/8 quick change, which is how our 4.5, 5.5, and 7-inch plugs all connect. We also have a rope socket assembly here, just to show you kind of how it will look coming out of the bottom of the wire line. And we also have an 074 igniter, flamethrower, Go style igniter, whatever you guys call your igniters. Now we will begin the assembly process. The first step in the assembly process is you'll take your power charge, and what you'll want to do is ensure that the pellet side is facing up or towards the firing head, and then you will just drop it down into the power chamber or the center of the plug. The next step is to install the Go style firing head. The firing head, when you install this, there will be 2 O-rings on the top of the plug itself. So what you'll want to do is, once you get this firing head down to these O-rings, you'll want to put a little weight behind it to where it snaps down on there. And then you will want to begin inserting your screws. And to insert your screws, you will want to clock the screws. It's called clocking. So the first step is to insert a screw at any point. Line your holes up, tighten the screw down till it bottoms out, and then back off a 1/4 of a turn. That's the first screw. The second screw you'll want to do immediately following that one is 180 degrees from that screw. So you will insert it the same way that you inserted the first one, by going all the way down, threading the screw all the way in, bottoms out, back off a 1/4 turn. The other option that you have is an adapter that we sell. Now the adapter will adapt from the plug to, say, a BP style firing head, if you would rather use your BP style firing heads. The next step in this process, since we have this Go style firing head, is we will take a Go style igniter. We will insert the igniter here. The next step is to take your standard 3 1/8 quick change, screw the quick change all the way down. Once the quick change is down, you will then take the rope socket assembly and install it. And at this point, you're ready to begin traveling downhole. Now, the one thing we will say is we do recommend putting a weight bar on top of your tool string with your CCL, your casing collar locator. You will want to do this to get you to about 130 pounds above your firing head. This will allow you to counteract the recoil that you will get after the power charge burns and the shear screws shear off. This will keep it from recoiling and damaging any of your wire or any of your parts here, your hardware. So the basic concept of how this works is the wire will come down, you will get an electric current coming through, it'll hit your igniter. Once it hits your igniter will shoot a flame to your power charge. Your power charge will then create a gas by burning inside this chamber. It will shoot through two little portholes at the bottom of the chamber. The gas pressure will build up inside the top portion of the bottom piston. The bottom piston will then begin to migrate towards the top, creating the movement of the two slips over the cones, which will then grasp the casing. The rubber element will then expand and seal off around the entire plug, creating a tight seal for your completion of your set. And then as it begins to reach its optimum shear value, the shear screws will then shear off here, and the only thing that will come out of the hole is your firing head and anything above that. The plug will remain down hole and you are complete. Obviously, the advantages of the Eliminator plug are there is no setting tool, so therefore there is no rig dressing of a setting tool. There is no costs involved with having to redress the setting tool, no time wasted on redressing the setting tool. You're left with about 6 to 12 feet shorter on your gun string, which will allow you to make it through any major dog legs or variances in the casing. I hope this gives you a clear understanding of how to deploy the Diamondback Eliminator plug line.